Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Rayychel Made This, where I show off all of the different things that I've made over the past month, or I don't know, whatever timing I get around to filming. My name is Rayychel, and I primarily make things by knitting them. And let's get into it. So I'm wearing my marble sweater by Petite Knit. It is a raglan style sweater. I made it using one strand of chunky yarn instead of in the pattern she uses for different smaller strands to make the whole marbling effect, which is very beautiful. But I needed just a solid color so that I could duplicate stitch my initial on the sweater, because I made this one and one for my partner, and then I made also them for all my siblings and their partners for Christmas with their initials on them, so we could all have like matching Mrs. Weasley sweaters. And I loved it. So yes, this was my first experience in duplicate stitching, which you can tell not super good on this first one, but do feel like I got better as I did them, which I made like 12 of them, so hopefully I got better. So let's go. So I have 3 recently finished projects, and we'll start with my orbit beanie that I made. This is a pattern by Rose Knitwear. I made it using the tan is Knit Picks palette in the color Coriander Heather, held with a Mohair yarn that is I found at a thrift store. That's a whiter color, a little bit whiter, and then the brown is Brooklyn Tweed's Peerie in the color Carob. Held with a Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair in the color dark Cognac. So this is a all over, it's like a twisted stitch pattern with a folded brim, and basically since I've made this, I've worn it every single day. This video will probably be the longest time in the past week and a half where I won't have been wearing this beanie. It's super warm. It's all a bulky style pattern, or it calls for bulkier yarn, which is why I held so many yarns together for this. Highly recommend. Absolutely love it. I love the brim being different. It's very unique. And it's super warm, which is great because I just recently moved to Washington and it's pretty cold here. It's part of why I wear it every day. The second finished object I have is a test knit I was doing for Maier. I'm not going to talk about it too much. The pattern's not out yet, but it's the Silene vest, which will be the 3rd Silene style pattern she has out. She has like a tank top and then socks. So this is my Silene vest. It has the really great stitch detail in there, using knits and purls. That makes it so fun to knit. I really enjoyed this. I used the recommended yarn, which is BC Garn Bio Balance. This was shade number 21, called Pale Red. It definitely came it's more of a pink color than I'm used to wearing, but I love the challenge of it, and I just love the design so much that I can't wait to wear it, especially when it gets warmer outside. So yes, that is my Silene vest, and I will let people know when the pattern is released. I think it should be probably in the next few weeks, because we're all done making it now, and so she's just finishing up with our notes for the pattern. And 10 out of 10 recommend. Everybody made such beautiful versions of this vest, and I am already thinking about 5 other colors of it that I want to make immediately. So yes, that is my Silene vest. My third finished object is a very delayed Christmas present for my dad. I made him the Brioche Break Sweater by Stephen West. Here it is. So I'm calling this a finished object, even though I obviously need to go in and weave in all the ends, but I'm going to do that today after this video, and tomorrow take this to the mail and send it off to him so he can wear it. So I have 4 different colors that I used in this pattern. With the little brioche breaks in between. Hopefully that's showing up on here. This was I used the 3 main colors in this pattern are all Lion brand Respun 100% polyester, recycled polyester yarn, which I chose because my dad is very nervous about things shrinking, hand knit things. So I think he wouldn't really wear it if it was made out of wool because he wouldn't want to wash it. So making sure he gets something where he can wear it. So this is it. I think it's really beautiful. Super excited about it. The 3 colors are Alpine, Aegean, and Deep Denim. And that I was able to just get at a Joann's. So yes, I think I'll eventually maybe make him the Brioche Break beanie hat pattern that he can wear with it and have a little matching outfit. But we'll see. Hopefully he'll let it. So, and hopefully he'll wear it. He's kind of a picky guy, but oh well. Okay, let's move on to my works in progress. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that I'm working on right now, which is kind of crazy. One of them is another test knit sweater that I'm not going to talk about right now. So why am I even talking about it? But it's really fun and I can't wait to show you what it is when it's all done and all of that, but we're still actively working on it. So my first work in progress is sweater number 30 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, which is a saddle shoulder sweater design that is going to have a turtleneck. So here's my sweater with yarn all over the place. This is my first My Favorite Things Knitwear sweater, and I'm really excited to be trying one of her patterns, and so far I am loving it. I really enjoy the way she's written her pattern. I've found it very easy to follow along, and this is my first saddle shoulder sweater, which I absolutely love this design here, and I can't wait to see once I get the sleeves on how this just goes straight down into the sleeves and down the arm. I think it's gonna look really beautiful. And I can't wait to have more turtleneck sweaters. Like I said, I just moved to Washington and it's cold, and I just want turtlenecks and scarves and all of these things to help keep me warm while I go outside. So this is my sweater number 30, and I'm using Knit Picks Upcycle Alpaca blend, which is a worsted weight. The color is Fawn, and it's 33% alpaca, 34% wool, and 33% acrylic. I got this past summer. It was on this like really big discount. Like each of these was between $2 and $3. I can't really remember. And I knew I wanted to make some kind of sweater, turtleneck sweater with it as soon as I saw it. And then when sweater 30 was released, I said, yep, that's it, that's mine. I know what I'm doing. And so this is my progress. I'm a few inches more, I have a few more inches on the body probably before I can start the ribbing, and then get the sleeves on, get the neck on, and then live in this with my orbit hat. I'll probably be my everyday outfit. So very excited about this one. My second work of progress is the Stornoway sweater, which I am making in junction with the Stornoway sweater squad, that make along that those twins who knit and Young Folk Knits is doing together. So I haven't had too much progress on that. It's running until middle of March, I believe, so I still have a lot of time. And I've been really focused on trying to finish my dad's sweater before the end of January, which I will be able to do, so that's great. So this is my progress so far on the Stornoway sweater. Right now I'm totally enjoying it. I think I will continue to enjoy it, but I am using the Lion Brand Respun 100% polyester yarn again for this, in the colors. Let's see, my main color is Pheasant, and then the brown inside is Cider. These are just yarns I had in my stash that I had enough of to make the sweater, and so that I was like, yes, absolutely, I'll participate. So this is the back, and I'm all done with, not all done with the back, but the next step is to come over and pick up on the top for the front. So that's kind of at a stopping point right now, which is why I haven't really worked on it, but I'm really excited to get back to it. I'm excited for it to get even more done and have this delicious texture all over, keeping me warm, looking really cool. And yeah, so that's my Stornoway sweater. The next work in progress I have is part of the Rose City yarn crawl. Myself and two friends of mine are doing the mystery crochet along. So if you are participating in that, and you don't want any spoilers, I'm also behind, so you might not get any spoilers, but this is, if you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead for a few minutes because I'm going to show it off. This is what I have so far. We're doing the crochet along, which is nice to do some more crocheting. The theme for the whole yarn crawl is like Starry Night theme, so the shawl They wanted you to pick a light color and a dark color. I went for this dark red, purple, burgundy color as my main color. This is Cascades Heritage in the color 5606. And then my contrast color, which I just did my first 2 rows, is a yarn brand I'd never heard of before, Sokusu, in the colorway Matter, but I really love the red color of it in the way that it contrasts so well with the Cascade Heritage yarn. So basically that's what I have so far, just a bunch of rows of crochet and then 1 row of the contrast color. But it's been fun to work with it with my 2 crafting friends, my 2 best crafting friends. We've done some Zoom calls, not Zoom, but FaceTime, and worked on it together, which makes it so, and we have our group chat and all of that stuff. So that's been really fun, and I can't wait to wear them at the yarn crawl and like see all of the other people who've made them and just be part of, you know, the yarn community is so much fun, and to see everything everybody makes and the different spins and colors and all of that stuff that people do is so inspiring, and so I can't wait for that. And I don't think I mentioned, but that's a pattern by Mikah Ray, who designed this crochet along. Okay, my last work in progress is the Affinity hat made by the Woolfolk yarn design team. I'm using the 2 called for, the 2 yarns the pattern calls for. They are Far and Tae. I don't remember how to say that, but I'm using them in color number 13, which is this great greenish bluish beautiful color. And I picked these up at Sacred Sheep this past year in Portland in November, and one of my best friends, she also got the same colors, so we could, and she came over this weekend and we cast on our our hats together. So this is a trapper style beanie that has all over brioche. It's made from the top down. Obviously, can't you tell exactly what this is? It is, you can kind of see the brioche pattern starting on there. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's definitely, it was a little bit of a challenge to get started with this. I find top down beanies a little difficult. I knit for years and years and years, like almost exclusively beanies, all from bottom up. And so this is a challenge and it feels really good to work on it, but I love brioche. I've never worked brioche so small. At the beginning, you know, we only had like 16 stitches or whatever, and so working brioche was kind of difficult, and these 2 yarns are basically the same color, and so that made it even more like challenging to know what we're following, how to follow along. Anyways, it's now going a lot better, and I mean, I haven't made a lot of progress on it, but I am very excited to start working on this some more and have another nice warm beanie to wear. So yeah, this is my Affinity hat, and those are all my works in progress. Pretty exciting. Gotta definitely juggling a lot of projects, but I really enjoy that. I love the challenge of bouncing back and forth and remembering all of the different patterns. I mean, I follow along. I don't just, I can't keep them all up here, but I like having different patterns. A pattern I work on in the morning, something I work in the evening, you know, all of that stuff. Okay, and now for my acquisitions. I only have 2 for the month of January, which is good. The first one is I got 6 of these Knitting for Olive no waste wool in the color Hazel from a yarn store that I was just like looking at. I don't know, you know, Ravelry leads you to a whole bunch of different places. So anyways, they had a sale on this Knitting for Olive yarn that it was like less than or more than half off, and I think I got all 6 plus the shipping for $27, which is a really good deal for Knitting for Olive yarn. And I'm thinking I'll make some kind of a shirt later in the spring or the summer. Maybe the Moonset Tee by Ozetta, I'm not sure, but this is really exciting. Or maybe I'll get some mohair and I can hold it to make a sweater, DK sweater. There's several sweaters and the Knitting for Olive pattern book that I am interested in trying out. The one that's called It's Not a Sweatshirt is the one that I am looking at. And I think in this beautiful brown, I think that would be really nice. So yeah, I got that. And then my second acquisition was when my friend was here this weekend. We went to our my local yarn store, which is in the next town over, and they were having a big sale for National Squirrel Day. And so for this beautiful pinkish red yarn, this is Mirasol Nivea. I got some of these and I was thinking I would make camisole number 9 or tank top number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. Another one of those lighter yarns for the summer. So we'll see about we'll see what we get into later. But so I got this, and that's all I have for you today. Thank you for coming and watching my video, checking out my channel, and that was January. Hopefully you had a very productive January as well, and I'm looking forward to February and finishing some projects and making some more accessories, and we'll see you in the next one. Show off what we all got into. Right. Thanks. Bye.